What?
Hi guys, Doug here, Nevada Arcade Channel, and we got real lucky today. Remember our Goldfield Hotel video a couple, 2-3 years ago? Well, we have found the tour guide. And her name is Jerry.
Right.
And she's gonna give us a little tour here. So let's see what we have to look at.
Okay. So this hotel was opened in 1908. It was, the grand opening was quite a thing. People came in from everywhere to come to the hotel. This is the first electric elevator between San Francisco and the Mississippi River. And from what I understand, it was the fastest elevator in that area too. So the hotel was, when you come into the doors, you had gold leaf ceilings, chandeliers. They had the front desk, it was mahogany. The safe that's right there was actually housed right there, where the fireplace is. And we opened, when you come into the hotel, you didn't go to your room with all your valuables because this town was lawless and they get robbed, so they would store all their stuff in the safe. These tiles were all laid one by one by hand. So to have this open in 3 short years, the first hotel was burned down in 1905, and it only took them 3 years to build this hotel.
Oh, there was one on this same footprint
It
here.
was much smaller.
Ah.
And I think it was just called the Goldfield, or, yeah, I think something like that.
Neat.
And might not have even been that. But anyway, so it just took them 3 years to build this whole magnificent building.
How many floors do we have here?
There's 4.
4?
So this floor, and then 3 floors of rooms, and a basement, so
Wow.
5. So this was the ladies' lounge. This is where they had all the privacy they wanted. They spent the evenings in here. Children were not allowed here, men were not allowed here. And in the 1980s, there was a company that was trying to open up this hotel. And there was a lady who actually lived in the hotel off and on for 5 years while they were trying to open it up. They put millions of dollars worth of money into infrastructure, and they finally went bankrupt. So I don't know what happened after that, but a lady who lived here, her name was Shirley. There's a book called You Can't Leave Shirley, and she has all kinds of ghost stories about the hotel. So this hallway, she made her home here, right here in this room, for a short while, until she realized this hallway completely freaked her out. She didn't like it at all, because she didn't like what she felt as she went into that hallway. So she avoided that. It bothered her, and so she decided to make her home on the other side of the hotel. They want to open this up as a casino by next year.
Wow-wee.
Just this part. So he's trying to open up the whole hotel by next August.
And the owner now is?
Red Roberts.
Red Roberts. And he is from?
Carson City, I think.
Oh, okay, Northern Nevada.
So he's had the hotel for quite a while. And he bought it and didn't do anything with it for a while, and then decided he was going to go ahead and open it up. So
Well, we certainly hope they do.
we all hope, everyone here in Goldfield hopes it
Be
happens,
great.
because it will bring people into our town.
It'd be wonderful.
We need tourism.
Yep.
So this is the hallway that bothered Shirley. She had made a makeshift bathroom in one of these rooms, and she avoided the bathroom because every time she went in there, she felt like there were several eyes watching her. And this is the bathroom that she had made.
Do we know what year?
80s.
Oh, 80s, okay. So 30 years ago.
These were actually apartments for the businessmen who came into town back in the early 1900s. So they weren't actually hotel rooms, they were apartments. Whenever they came into town, they got an apartment. So, it's probably a bathroom. Oh, wow. It probably was a bathroom back then.
But I mean, that's
So I don't know what that is
small.
now. I have no idea. I don't know what that is.
Or maybe it's a sink.
Maybe they just,
That
yeah.
could be a mop sink for all we
Yeah.
know.
So this is actually the office of George Wingfield. And this is all just stories. We have no idea how true any of this is. But this is the office of George Wingfield. George Wingfield was the part owner of this hotel. And the story goes that he got a girl pregnant here in town. She was a prostitute, young, got her pregnant, paid her to stay away from stay away through her whole pregnancy. At the end, she came and said, "I'm not staying away any longer. This is your responsibility. I'm having the baby, and you need to help me out." And he's a prominent businessman throughout all of Nevada. In fact, he was very political and played both sides of the camp. He was kind of a shyster. And at the end, she wouldn't leave him alone, so he brought her here and kept her here till she had the baby. And he took the baby and got rid of her, or she disappeared. So I'll tell you more about that as we go.
Well, this is Nevada.
This is Nevada, and this is 1905
Wow.
or 1908, so people came to town from wherever, and no one knew who was in this town or who wasn't, or where they were going to go next, or, it was really easy to disappear in the West back then.
I mean, she was sequestered in this room, just...
Supposedly it was this room. I kind of have my own little theory that I've been telling people, and I'll tell you my theory as we go this way.
I mean, was she free to come and go, or...?
No,
Oh,
not during
Jesus.
that time.
Oh.
But it was just at the end of her pregnancy, so
Okay,
it was
so
not a
it's
very long time that he
few
held
weeks.
her here. Yeah, maybe. So, very first time I came to the hotel, I had no idea which room was 109. I didn't know that was it.
Oh.
And so I came walking back here with two other people who I didn't know. We just came in and looked around, trying to figure out which room was the one we thought would be 109. Came back to this room, and all three of us at the very exact same time said, "Oh my goodness, I have goosebumps," as we walked into this room. So we thought this was maybe room 109. It kind of made sense. So we went out to the workers and we said, "That last room on the left, is that room 109? And they said, "No, it's the first room on the right, on the left, first room on the left." I went, "Oh, okay." So we didn't think anything of it, kind of disappointed, because we thought, this is where we felt the stuff. And I was at home, and a guy who lives here in town came over. We were just talking about the hotel, and I said, that room 109 really didn't do much for me, but that last room on the left, he goes, "That's the room I always feel. Every time I go to the hotel, it's the last room on the left." I'm going, "Oh, wow." So I'm thinking, I have a theory that because these are apartments, not hotel rooms, and his office is the very front of the hotel, it would make more sense to keep somebody back where there weren't a lot of people going. And so I think that this might have been the room where he kept her captive until she had a baby. And,
Is there a bigger bathroom here?
yeah, those were built in the 80s.
Oh.
Yeah, it might have been a bathroom before, but those tubs are from the 80s. And people come and pay tribute to Elizabeth in this room now because of my theory. So we'll see. We don't know. None of us were there, so who knows?
Right.
It just makes more sense to keep somebody captive in the back of the hotel rather than right in front.
Exactly.
So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
All right, we'll go with it.
Okay. And who knows, maybe this whole thing is just not any other truth. We don't know. We weren't there. what those footsteps were, huh?
Yeah.
Wondering what those footsteps were. Okay, so there was a lot of servants who worked here in the hotel in the day, and there was only a handful that were actually able to come out and be among the guests, and they had to be pressed and polished, and even trained to be able to speak among the guests. And I have, hold on a second, somebody's trying to get a hold of me.
I'm going to take another peek at this safe while we're taking a short break here. This is amazing, this safe. My gosh. Goldfield Hotel. I wonder if they put this in 1905.
This room back here is the room that the servants spent all their days. This elevator was built in the 1980s, was never used before they went bankrupt. This right here is, this back here is not. That's an add-on for the fireplace.
Oh, I see.
But this is not an add-on. This is all original. This is where the servants, pardon? Oh, the cinder block is. When the people in the 80s were spending their time in here, they reinforced the walls and stuff with the cinder block. But this is what the walls used to look like. And this is where the servants spent their days washing laundry, and there was a kitchen over on that side, which there will be a kitchen over there again. So.
Well, we really got lucky finding you here today.
What'd you say? Happens every Monday. So we're gonna go back out this way.
Okay.
Don't trip. So there were servants who lived in Goldfield, who worked here, and then there were some who came into town to work. And the ones who came into town actually lived down in the basement. And this is the stairway that the servants used to get down to the basement.
Ah,
One of them.
that's the dungeon.
And there's stories down there. So this is the hallway behind you, where they were able to go to the other side of the hotel this way, and the ladies were able to use that hallway to get to the other side.
Because in the basement?
Some of the servants live down there,
Oh,
and
they
there's
did?
other things down there, so we'll go down there in a minute. But this over here is the men's bar. These double doors were closed, don't look like they're there anymore, but anyway, there are double doors here. And the doors, they would have them closed all the time. They smoked and drank and gambled. And they also disappeared down the staircase here. So it's covered for some reason.
Oh, this was a staircase,
This was
or
a
still
staircase,
is?
and it goes down to the basement. Yeah, there's stairs under there. We'll see them from the basement.
Okay.
But the men would disappear down those stairs. Women had no idea they were down because there was no reason for them to think that, the men would.
When did the restaurant close?
1945.
Convenient during Prohibition.
Right. And other things.
Right. Always the other.
So this is the old bar. They're going to put it back. This is where the bar was.
Oh, neat.
Actually, going to put it back. And this is the dining room. This room was built in 24/7. No, this was the main dining room. Yeah. Through that hall, right. So this, and there's also an opening from the outside. This was actually called the grill. And the grill had 50 tables in here about. they were big round tables with linen tablecloths, silver, crystal, you know, it was a very high dollar menu. They spent people spent a lot of time here, but only if they could afford it, because it was very expensive to be here.
Now we have a drinking night.
So Rick wants to open this up as a restaurant again. This will be the dining room. That will be the dance floor, and he even built a little stage.
Are you gonna do anything with the tile?
Yes, I'm going to cover that. Part of the floor, right? Too expensive to fix. Well, it's almost impossible to fix.
Yeah.
So in 100 years, when somebody else gets the hotel, they bring that floor up there, and see this, and you can see they found a treasure trove.
Right, exactly. Do you know if they've found anything interesting during the renovation?
I don't know.
Uncovering any mysteries?
Yeah, that would be cool if they had, but I don't know. So this room over here was the private dining room for the businessmen who came into town. Greg would like to open this up as a coffee shop.
Is this a lot of the wood that's come out of here they're preserving, like casings and moldings and stuff? That's
Yeah.
neat that it's the original stuff. I see some green paint there.
Yeah, hopefully they'll be able to put it all back where it belongs.
I hope they numbered it when they took it apart.
Yeah. There's some here that they have at least put window frame, bar room, east, top panel.
Hope they have pictures.
Okay, let's go down to the basement.
Okay?
Where's the renovation goes? Do they have to adhere to any historical
No,
standards?
we're not on national registration.
Oh, really? Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, so it's kind of sad in some respects. It's very restrictive.
Sure.
Right, and that's why people don't want to be on there. But for something like this, I think it should.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's workers down the basement, and we're going to be kind of in their way and try to tell stories around them and stuff. But and they're also changing a whole bunch of stuff down there, so just be careful.
Okay.
Want to go first or second?
Don't like a lot of smoking going down there too. Going on.
And who knows what else?
Oh, sorry.
Oh. We got it. We're feeling our way
All
down.
right. Hey. Hi. We have some people smelling stuff, so say hi. So this is the receiving room. So it looks like they're covering up a lot of the stuff that I'm going to be telling stories about, but
Yeah, I see that.
this was the, it was where they had, it was an opening under the sidewalk, and in the opening they had a dumbwaiter that brought down all the supplies, and they stored all the supplies in the ground.
Okay.
So, and this is all the rock that was fixed, and the light is kind of flooding. So that's why they had to enclose that, but.
This is the flood that wiped out part of the town.
Probably, yeah. It got really high in here.
I just wonder where they got all this material, this big material.
I read they got it from Rockland, California, but
Really?
I don't know. I would think they'd be able to get it from around here.
It's a lot of trucking.
Yeah, I know. So I'm gonna bring you down. I I'm gonna show you a place that is integral part of the tour, but they're in there and it's too loud, so I'll
Okay.
let you see it and then we'll walk out.
Yep, no problem.
Oh, here. Mine. There was a mine here.
Mine?
There was a mine that this was built over. That's what they say. This was the mine shaft. And this is actually where they threw baby. Where Wingfield threw baby. That's the mine shaft. So, mine shaft. And it used to have a tunnel that went off to the red light district. So men would come down here.
What's that Where's the staircase?
Over there.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
I'll
but
show
they kind
you.
of make their way
Right.
down here into the tunnel and...
Right, and then they'd come back up and they would take showers over here. This over here is the shower room. We'll get it before she comes back. So this is where they would come back after disappearing to the red light district and take a shower. Because you can imagine in the red light district, there's all these cabins or cribs, they call them, in the main house that only had rooms that were big enough for a bed and a sink with a pitcher, a basin with a pitcher. And all these men going in and out, and that was the only way they could clean. Well, the guys who got to stay at the hotel, this is where they would shower. So this is the shower room. It also had a steam room in here.
Guys, if you didn't hear early on in this little tour, all these tiles were laid by hand. This is old school stuff. This is really pretty here, this pattern.
So I have a whole bunch of the tiles that you can purchase. Single little tiles.
Did they ever recover the baby?
Right. There were mine workers who worked down there who had died too, and they never brought them up. Whatever died down there, I guess stays down there.
I guess so.
So the rich men would come and take showers over here, but then there were the richer men. And these guys were the owners of the mines and the people who had all the money. They would come and get their own treatment. So these were massage parlors. There was a massage parlor here. And then we're gonna go back in there but be careful of the little steps up and down.
Okay.
So these were private showers for the businessmen who came to town. This is the staircase from the bar.
Oh, yeah. That is
Pretty awesome.
neat, neat, neat.
Don't hurt your head here. In fact, I wish we could just take that away, but. So I have no idea why they decided to enclose that.
There,
but
that's neat.
I'm really hoping that they'll at least keep this to where we can see it. Want me to take my light away? Or shine it up?
Let me see. That's good, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that.
There.
Yeah, nice. That's a long one. Oh, I tripped the camera too.
Uh-oh, yeah, you moved it. Darn, right in the middle of it too.
Well, let me change the exposure here. Okay. Okay.
There you go. So continuation of the showers and bathrooms and everything.
Oh, more showers.
Yep, and another massage parlor. And this is the Humidor, or the cigar cave. This is where they sold all high dollar cigars and
Oh,
whiskey.
look at that.
There's
Original
an old
sign.
Sign,
Yeah.
wowee.
So they sold the high dollar whiskey and cigars here. They also had a
Goldfield
huge opium
Hotel.
problem here in Goldfield. They had a huge opium bust. And so I'm sure they sold opium down in here too.
What are the holes in the floor?
These holes were not this deep, but they're actually barrel holders. Some of the barrels weren't flat when they put them down. And so they would put them here to keep them from falling over, tip them over.
I would say those are some original doors.
These doors are original, so they closed this door when they were selling their stuff. It's
Boy, look at
pretty
that.
darn cool.
Look at that door handle.
Let's see, maybe, yeah, that was to, no? Huh. Pretty interesting.
Very neat.
Can you just hold your light there?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I need a little bit of light. No, don't flash.
Just one spot? That spot right there?
Pretty sure we are showing you the workings of the elevator. Most likely the original elevator.
Oh, yeah. So this is the workings of the elevator, the electric elevator that was so popular.
Any idea what year this might have moved last?
I don't, but it probably didn't move after 1945. It might have stopped before that. But it for sure hasn't moved since 1945. Yeah.
For sure.
For sure it hasn't moved since 1945.
70 years sitting in one spot.
Yep.
Pretty interesting. There's some original architecture there in the doorway,
Yeah, which is really
the
cool.
opening.
So the story is that Shirley, who lived here before, you know, I told you about her, and they heard a lot of rattling going on down the basement, usually around here. And so her daughter's like 18, she decides she's going to check out the rattling. And so she comes down here with a flashlight. Rattling stops, she starts looking around down here, under the stairs, and she found bones.
Bones.
And so she freaked out, went up to her mom and said, "Oh my gosh, look what I found." And her mom's going, "Wow." And she starts digging around with her, comes down. And, you know, this is the 80s. They didn't have DNA testing back in the 80s.
Yeah.
They took the bones over to the police station. The police are going, "Yeah, these are old and they're female. That's all we can tell you." So she had a psychic come, and the psychic told her that that was Elizabeth, that she had been shoved up under those stairs.
Elizabeth, that was the...
That was the girl who had gotten pregnant by George Wingfield.
Oh. Mm.
So that's how she disappeared.
But, was she... The baby was thrown in the
The
mine shaft.
mine shaft, and then
She was buried next to, kind of...
Yeah.
Buried, no, I went, you know, I don't know about buried, but...
yeah, just kind
left
of
in
shoved
the-
up there.
The elevator motor room.
Yeah, under the stairway.
But not... I thought the story was she was pushed down the elevator, but I guess that's not true.
No, because the elevator. Well, yeah, that's not the story that everybody knows.
Oh.
But the elevator shaft is right there, right?
Right.
But it doesn't go very deep.
Yeah.
And she might have, I mean, because she was on the first floor when it happened. And so, you know, that's not very far.
Right. Yeah, so like that.
The elevator car is stuck up on the 4th floor. So this was a barber shop here. There's a guy here in town who owns the old fire station. He owns all the stuff that used to be in this barber shop. Yeah, that's right.
Shower, shave, and
Way to get to there. So here's the servant staircase that led down to where they lived when they worked here.
Just the servants use the stairs, huh?
Well, maybe some of the men. Maybe they came down this way. Too. Probably not though. Usually came down through the bar. And this is the servants' quarters. Yeah, that's on the porch. There used to be a lot of those, now there's only 2 left.
yeah, it was popular for a while. I mean, I kind of remember in LA, they used to have these on the sidewalks all the time.
Yeah.
All over.
Yeah, I saw that
because
from
That
outside.
means that there was an underground.
Right. That's probably where the water came in.
Yeah.
This is just
This is crawl space
just a
for,
cross space.
yeah. And then you saw the staircase over here when the servants came down,
No.
right here.
So this would take you, where would this come up on the first floor?
Just in the lobby,
Oh,
right behind the elevator, the electric elevator.
okay.
And we'll go back up this way, but we have a little bit more to see.
This way.
So you know Ghost Adventures
Yeah?
show? Well, Zach and Nick,
Oh, they were here?
they were here.
Oh, neat.
They made this hotel very famous.
Ooh.
So Nick comes down here with his camera and he starts antagonizing Mr. Goldfield, Wingfield. And he starts saying, "Come on, Mr. Wingfield, show yourself, be a man. We're not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of you. Come on, show yourself." So then a brick went flying through the air and the board levitated and Nick ran out of here calling for Zach and said, "We gotta get out of here, you don't know what happened." And they had asked earlier to be locked in the hotel, and so they couldn't just run out the front door. They had to find another way out. So they ran up to the 2nd floor and got out the window through the fire escape.
So Nick wasn't so bold after that.
Right, right. So that's the brick right there. No, I'm just kidding. But this is the room that made Goldfield Hotel famous.
This looks like a fireplace here.
It wasn't.
Or something burned there.
Well, because it gets really cold down here, people had broken into this hotel many times, and they built a little fire in there, but it's not a fireplace.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say with that pipe there, that had to
It's
come after.
Like a wire pipe.
Okay.
area or something.
All right.
So what was this room used for?
It was probably just janitorial stuff, which is what I'm thinking, yeah. Had a lot of stuff in here back then. Even when Zach came, a lot of junk in here. So we're gonna go back upstairs, this way.
Okay.
Oh, so this is the elevator that was built in the 80s. never got used and it flooded out too. You see where the water.
It looks
mark
very
was.
80s from
Yes, it
that
does.
wood grain. So it never was used?
Nope. They went bankrupt before they could open the hotel or
I'll be
anything.
darned.
And it was actually ended up with the county, owned by the county, and then the county sold it at auction for the price of the taxes that had to be paid.
Do you know how much that was?
About $320,000. So this is the last remaining carpet of the whole hotel.
Oh,
This went all the way up and down the stairs, up the stairs, up and down the hallways, and in the rooms, and this is all that's left.
so there's no carpeting in the rooms up top?
Nope. Everything's completely pulled out. They do have bathtubs in there that were put in the 80s, I don't know.
Oh, 80s wouldn't be that interesting. Now, if they were
So,
clawfoot.
They're not interesting. No, they're not
Okay.
clawfoot.
How many rooms?
There was 150.
Oh, more than I
on
thought.
stay. A lot.
150.
There's 3 stories of room.
Wasn't this the most populated city at one
Yes,
point in
this was the
Nevada?
largest city in Nevada. It had 20,000 people.
During a
And,
gold rush.
There was, and they were able to get $80 million worth of gold out of the mountains
At $32 an ounce.
at $12 an ounce.
Oh, less than that, okay. I remember when it was frozen at 32 an ounce forever.
Oh, okay. From what I understand, it was $12 an ounce back then, which you can imagine how much gold that is.
Yeah.
So, but then there was a flood in 1913 and took out the whole bottom part of Goldfield. And by 1913, it was harder to get the gold out of the mountains, and so people had just kind of moved on, and after the flood, they didn't rebuild. And then in 1923, we had a huge fire that burned down about 50 blocks of the town. And this is what's left. So after that, they just, that was the end of Goldfield.
Now, I saw that banner on the front window. That's you, I think, isn't
Yeah,
it?
that's me.
You want to give yourself a plug here before we log off?
Well, let's see, I'm the tour guide of the town. I'm also a photographer. I bring in photography groups. I do history tours. My shop is at the Goldfield stop at the west end of town. Come in and see all kinds of neat things. And
Do you have a website or a Facebook page?
My
Or
website is justjerry, JUSTJERI.com. And you can find me on beautiful Goldfield, Nevada Facebook or Just Jerry Facebook page.
Great, Jerry. We got very lucky, we feel, finding you here
you.
today, because I have been by here a lot, so.
Yep. Well, I started giving tours in October of last year.
Good deal, guys. You hear that? Before we run out of battery here, we're
I
gonna,
also give paranormal investigations here too, so.
you hear that, guys? All right, guys, glad you're here with us. We will definitely come back again, and for now, Nevada Arcade, out.